Different with me, Shamla, and today I have a very special guest, two very special guests, actually three. I have Dr. Marcia Natai Balkisun, and I have the star of today's segment, Emma Balkisun, and also her caregiver. So Dr. Marcia Natai Balkisun is an author, a storyteller, and an educator. And she recently launched a book called Lighting the Path, where it helps parents navigate through her experience, where she talk about her experience and then strategies she used in order to cope with, having a special needs child. So, good morning, Dr.
Morning, Shamla. Thanks
Oh,
for inviting us on.
it's my pleasure. So let's start. In your journey with Emma, how did it begin? Because I read it and I really want the audience to know what happened to Emma.
Okay, Emma was born with some challenges in her heart. We were told when those challenges got worse, so you would have to do open heart surgery. The open heart surgery had to be done by the time she was 8 months old because she started to get blue from not getting enough oxygen. And that surgery went well.
Using signal.
But when she was in
I think
the
you're using
ICU,
signal. By the time we wait for her to get back signal, Emma actually, when I read Emma's
is it okay? It seems to have frozen.
Right. So sorry about that, guys. Technology, how it works. So, Dr. Balkisun, I had asked you with regards to Emma, how did her journey began being a disabled child?
Yeah, so Emmy did open heart surgery, but when she was recovering in the ICU, unfortunately, somebody pulled a tube out. They were supposed to pull out the tube she was breathing from, and somehow they dislodged the tube in her heart and she bled out.
Oh my God.
And that caused her to not get oxygen to her brain for about 20 minutes,
Yeah.
which caused severe brain damage. So she lost all her senses and her ability to suck and swallow. That was at age 8 months.
And what was, how did you feel? I can imagine. How did you feel when you saw that?
Well, it was terrifying
Yeah.
because what they told us is that she would be in a vegetative state for life,
Yeah.
and they had advised one person advised us to just withhold food and allow her to go,
Yeah.
and other people said, your life will not be normal. You should put her in a home and move on.
And what?
Um, so I think what we had to do at that point, Shamla, is just decide what is it that we believe. Forget about what anybody else tells you.
Exactly.
And the aim is if you don't have hope, your child doesn't have hope.
Yeah.
And we just had to do everything we could. And as you can see, Em is still bedridden, but she is a real light. And
Yeah.
she's 9 now. She turned 9 in March.
Mm-hmm.
And we have seen so many people who, they begin this journey. Either their child is born with these issues or their child gets these issues like Emmy did because of some traumatic event. And we didn't want to just be a part of watching and seeing other people because we couldn't find help ourselves. You want somebody to hold your hand. And
Yeah.
finally, last year, I got well, I guess I got the guts to write because I didn't think I was the right person.
Right.
But who better to tell somebody else, I understand what you're going through. I understand what you feel. Here are my negative emotions. Here's what my family felt and how we processed. And here are some tools and tips to help you through all of the chapters of your life to come, from finances to relationships with your other children, with your husband or spouse or partner, how to plan for finances for your child, because what I think one of the biggest fears is when we pass on, what happens to them. So,
And in terms of living in Trinidad and Tobago with a child like Emma, right? Who clearly has all her cognitive ability, but able to verbalize it, right? And what is your biggest fear?
well, the biggest fear is that I don't really put this in words so much, but the biggest fear is that after I move on, she is not verbal and she cannot see, and that means that she is a perfect candidate for being abused.
Yeah.
And I'm very concerned about that, and therefore learning how to do things at home for her to spark her to move and want to change, because she has learned to move, she wasn't able to. And she now, the first day when she moved 1 millimeter, one finger, that was
Yeah.
the beginning of us realizing, okay, good, she could take back control. And now she lifts her hand for us when we ask her to lift her hand, and she will say, I want another mouthful, by raising her hand,
Right.
even if she doesn't have,
Right.
words.
Communicated. In terms of your book, where can we get it? Where can we get your
The book is available on Amazon. It is $9.99 on Amazon, and there are hard copies. There are paperback as well as hardcover copies available as well. I'm hoping that local bookstores also stock it. At this point, that hasn't happened, not yet. But it is, available to get to bookstores, and that would be wonderful because our country has so many special needs people, and the diagnosis of special needs is increasing all the time. So we want to make sure that when it happens, it's not only a technical, distant kind of view you get from a doctor, that you get the hand holding and the hug that you need, because it's a hard journey.
In less than 30 seconds, can you just tell me what do you want people to know about Emma? And persons with children like
Emma's name means light. Emma Lucia is her name.
Right.
And really, that's what I want you to know, that Emma has this purpose and this light within, and that light is shining. I call this Emma's book. I don't call it Lighting the Path. I call it Emma's book.
Yes,
because this is Emma's legacy, at least the start of her legacy in the pages. This journey is her journey, and the hope that she shines.
Awesome. Dr. Balkison, I want to say thank you so much for coming and sharing your story. I really hope that parents tap in and get into your book, because I read, the preface, and I read excerpts of your book, and it is incredible. That in-depth journey from everything, strategies, everything that a parent have to go through, because so my parents went through it. And really, thank you so much. And guys, I will put all the links in my social media page.
Okay.
Until then, I want to say thank you, Dr. Balkison. Bye-bye, Emma.
Shamla, if people go to marshanb.com,
you
could sign up for the newsletter and get 2 free chapters of the book, so that you could start that journey free.
Awesome. That is incredible. So thank you so much again. And guys, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to this week's segment of Unique and Different. Until next week, be good, do good. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.